Question 17 is a system of equation problem. So let's spend a few minutes talking about the quick way to answer this, and then we'll slow down and look at how you would do this more in your math classroom. Okay, so we've really got two statements here. It's supposed to cost twice as much for adults as it is for children. So if I look at the choices, choice A is possible because the price for adult is twice what it costs for a child. But choice B is not possible. Adult ticket's not twice as much as the child ticket. Choice C is possible. The adult ticket's twice as much as the child ticket. And even choice D is possible. So just from that first statement, I can at least throw out choice B. Second statement says that 4 adult tickets and 16 children tickets cost $72. Alright, so if I just take an assumption and I just try choice A and see how it works, then if I was trying to buy 4 adults and tickets and they cost $12 each, plus 6 child tickets at $6 each, that would have cost $84, and I'm looking for one that costs $72, so that's not going to work out. Try choice C. Remember, we already said B is not possible, so 4 adult tickets, oh wait, this one up here, this one's even further off than I thought. Let's look at choice A again. 4 adult tickets and 16 child tickets. I'd accidentally hit a 6 instead of a 16. So choice A is actually $144, so that's even further away from 72. Okay, start over with choice C. 4 adults at $4 or $6, 16 child at $3, and there we have it. So at that point we can go ahead and stop. 17, correct answer has to be C. Now, in a math class, obviously not everything is going to be multiple choice, so let's talk about how that's going to look, or how you would have probably looked at this in a math class. So, I called it a system of equations because we've got two things here. We've got cost of adult tickets and cost of a child ticket. So I'm going to use X and Y, but you can use any variables you want. You could use variables A and C, might be good choices here. So the more obvious statement says 4 adults, 16 children is $72. Okay, so 4 adults plus 16 children equals $72. Okay, so one equation can be solved if it only has one variable, but this is an equation with 2 variables. So to solve a 2 variable equation, we need to find at least 2 equations. And so the first equation is a little more hidden here, but there's still an equation to be found. An adult ticket costs twice as much as a child's ticket. Now, this one's a little harder to follow. It's not as intuitive, but what I read that as, if I doubled the price of a child's ticket, then it would be equal to the adult's ticket. Okay, the adult ticket costs more, twice as much more, so doubling the child ticket should make it equal to the adult ticket. I know the temptation is to put the 2 over here because the adult ticket costs more, but we're trying to set these two things equal to each other, so double this one and then it would be equal to that one. Alright, now as far as solving system of equations, hopefully you learn elimination method or addition method, substitution method. We could even type these in our calculator and do this with matrices. We could solve them for y and solve them with graphing in our calculator. You really got a lot of choices here. For higher level math though, substitution is always going to be the more popular one, so that's what I'm going to go with here. If x is equal to 2y, I can substitute that in here, and the purpose of that is it gives me an equation that now only has one variable, it only has y. So a few steps later, we can actually solve for y. And since y is supposed to represent a child's ticket, I know that the cost of a child's ticket now is supposed to be $3. And there's only one option that is. Now, I guess it could still be choice E, so we really shouldn't just quit right then. We can now substitute this back into the other equation and solve for x. So 4 times x plus 16 times y, but now that I know y is 3, I can be more specific. Oh. Let's get this out of there. Okay, so 4 times x plus 16 times y, but I plugged in 3 for y, is supposed to be $72. 16 times 3 is going to be 48. And you can see we're on our way to solving for x. Subtract 48 from both sides. And divide both sides by 4. And I get x is 6. And again, x, for me, how I define my variables, represents the number of adults, or price per adult. So, child ticket should be $3, adult ticket should be $6, and so that's how you would need to work it out if it was not multiple choice. But obviously with the time, you need to be spending 2 minutes or less on these questions, so I would always go with that first approach. Just kind of plug in and check and get the answer as quick as you can like that.